What's going on with all my money motivated stars? Now I want to talk about being lonely, you know what I mean, when it comes to growth, because that's inevitable, you know what I mean? When it comes to growth, like I made the video the other day about cutting people off. And some people gonna cut you off, you know what I mean? Or some of y'all gonna have both of the scissors in y'all hand, y'all cut each other off at the same time, you know. But when it comes down to the people who you just grew away from, or y'all just parted ways that you didn't cut off, or neither did they cut you off, you know what I mean? You're gonna find out that you're gonna be still more lonely, you know, because in your head you can be like, damn, I cut these people off, so I know I'm not gonna be able to conversate with them no more, you know what I mean? But it's no love lost. But then on the other hand, it's a lot of people probably thinking like, okay, I just haven't ran into my other friends that moved to Texas or went this way or just been very busy. So it's just like when you get back in contact with a lot of people, I'm talking about the ones that you didn't cut off, you know what I mean? When you get back in contact with people, you're still gonna find that your growth has still came to such a level that you won't even be able to identify with those people, you know, because a lot of people, including me, I was one of those people who didn't like to really meet new people, because just because of all the stuff I've seen in my lifetime, you know what I mean? Because you already know, I was just a day one type of person, you know what I mean? But those can be the people who X you out too, but I still would be a day one type of person because I know how these people move, you know what I mean? I know what they like and what they dislike, you know? So that's why I was a day one person, because it's like being from a certain neighborhood. You kind of know the ins and outs and the side streets, to, you know what I mean? If anything was to happen, you can break this way or break this way. You know, this is why I was kind of a day one person. Like, I was like the familiarity of being in a certain area or around certain people, because I would know I can trust them to what level I could trust them at. You know what I mean? So when it comes down to it, running back into some people, man, that's not even gonna work, because if they haven't even attempted the spiritual journey that you attempted, or the health journey that you attempted, the energy just ain't gonna be there, you know what I mean? And they feel it too, you know. People can feel when you have outgrown them, you know what I mean? Just because they haven't grown, they can feel the growth too, you know what I mean? Just like you can feel when somebody hasn't grown. It's just two negative magnets pushing each other away, trying to get close, but y'all know y'all opposites. So every time the opposing magnet gets close, it's just the energy repels. You know what I mean? That's a perfect example of a magnet. The energy is gonna repel the other magnet. You know what I mean? Because y'all just don't identify. Y'all don't click up. Y'all energy is not congruent. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to it, man, this is a very, very lonely journey. That's why I know a lot of people attach themselves to channels like mine or other channels, you know what I mean? Because this is very, very lonely. It's a very, very disciplined path, a very, very disciplined road, you know what I mean? And I'm telling you, it's only 5% of people out of 100%. It's only 5% of people who will take the discipline in this road, you know what I mean? So you got to look at it as you are a unique being, you are a unique person, but it's going to be very, very lonely, you know what I mean? And we shouldn't try to rush to meet new people and try to rush to do things, because if we rush and meet new people, that means we're trying to rush our spiritual journey. We're trying to rush different aspects of what we need to be taking time out for ourselves at the moment. You know what I mean? We can't be thinking about what we used to. Or I used to go out every weekend. Or I used to at least do something this weekend. You know what I mean? You either have to do it by yourself, because the energy that's not in alignment with you is going to disturb you. You know what I mean? You probably end up looking at somebody like, you know, in a different light because you have outgrown them. You know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, it's going to be awkward, very, very, very awkward energy, you know, because when you run into people, there's a lot of people in the past. It's not, since I've been on my journey and I have grown, the people who I would hit up in the past, it's not one person that I didn't regret I hit up. You know what I mean? It's like, why did I hit this person up? You know, because You be on your journey, then you hit them up. You like, okay, we had fun times in the past, and you hit them up, then you just be like, man, this person hasn't grown at all. You know what I mean? And you can't blame them, but you just gotta move on, because a lot of people don't. That's why I say you are a very special person. I'm not trying to butter you up. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to butter myself up, but this journey wasn't meant for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because, and you should know that, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the stuff I be saying, y'all know I ain't lying. It resonates so much with y'all, because y'all see this, y'all, you know, this is a specific journey that everybody is not supposed to go on, because you see how you moving and you see how other people moving. You done been growing for years, and the next 5 years you run into an old partner, old spouse, anybody that's, you know what I'm saying, that you used to talk to. And you like, damn, they mindset is exactly the same. And that shit, and it gets disturbing, you know what I mean? Because you like, damn. You know, you want better for those people, but when you get to talking about certain things, they can't align with it, they don't resonate with it, and they're not trying to, you know, they kind of either be quiet about it, or they'll change the subject, and it's just like, you know, I can't force myself to deal with people no more, you know what I mean? So until you run into people who is in your frequency, that's what you're just gonna have to do. You're gonna have to keep quiet, or, you know what I mean, just stay to yourself and just do this journey alone at the time. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a very, very lonely one, you know. But as time progresses, you're gonna get used to that loneliness. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's not human nature to not have conversations with people. You know what I mean? So you can do that. Like I said, that's why it's very healthy for you to start a YouTube channel if you want to. And like they say, your vibe attracts your tribe. You will gather people along this journey too who match your frequency, just like I have. And I'm still gaining new subscribers, new supporters every day. You know what I mean? Because this may be your way of getting people, you know what I mean, that's on your frequency, or just going out into different areas, or, you know what I mean, looking at states and cities that have different types of restaurants, because that's very key. When you see certain places and they just known for soul food and this and that, and they really don't have too many vegan places, 9 times out of 10, the consciousness of that city or state is kind of low. Just being 100, you know what I mean? Because I notice where I go when I travel, and I go to like places that have a lot of raw vegan or vegan restaurants, and they have more than 1 or 2 places, I know that the environment and the vibration of those cities and states are very, very high and different, you know what I mean? But you would have to see it to believe, you know what I mean? Because all that would be just hearsay from this channel if you know what I mean? Like, what he talking about? You know what I'm saying? It ain't matter about no restaurants. Yes, it does. I'm telling you. What they serve in your environment does matter about how the frequency is going to be. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to it, man, just try to prep yourself, you know what I mean, for loneliness and just some me time. Just call it me time. Don't even call it loneliness. Just call it me time and getting myself togetherness. You know what I mean? Because that's what it's going to be. A lot of people, they just can't not be around people, man. You know, it's human nature to want to communicate and do all that. But when you're still stuck in the same spot, then it's a problem. You know, you shouldn't want to be around up under people all day. You know what I mean? 24/7 when you have your life to get together. You know what I'm saying? You can't be trauma bonding and just doing all this stuff with different people. You know what I mean? Still sleeping around, still chasing this, still kind of chasing the bag. Forget all that. You're supposed to be chasing spirituality, growth. That's the only thing you're supposed to be chasing. You know what I mean? And when it comes to growth, you don't even chase that. It gradually happens. You know what I mean? You don't run after growth. It happens when it happens, and it's just a consistent thing. You know what I mean? You gotta stay consistent and just be, you know what I'm saying, repetitive. Program yourself for greatness and keep on growing. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, they're not gonna take the time out to do what you're doing. They're not gonna take out the time to even watch a video that you watch. You know what I mean? Watch a lecture that you watch. You know what I mean? I just watched an hour and some 30-minute lecture of, like I told y'all, my favorite person on YouTube, Dr. Bobby Price. You know what I mean? I just like watching his interviews, and people just not gonna take the time out to watch stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's something that's going around that people was talking about. It's like a 500 episode of who did I marry, you know what I mean? I see more people talking about that, and this ain't conversation when it comes to that, because it's kind of good, you know what I mean? It ain't nothing wrong with watching stuff like that on the internet, but you know, those same people who watching those 500 episodes of whatever it's called, you know what I'm saying? Somebody commented in the comment section. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. It was on TikTok. You know what I mean? People take their time out to watch every 500 episodes, but they won't watch a 1 hour lecture of how to eat healthy, or watch a documentary like What the Health on YouTube. You know what I mean? A lot of these documentaries are very, very free. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to it, man, just get prepared, you know, for everything. Just prepare yourself for this whole journey and growth, because growth comes with a lot of self-discipline, a lot of mental strength, you know what I mean? And you got that. That's why you watching videos like this. That's why you are participating in the activities you are participating in. That's why you're trying to eat healthy if you're not all the way there yet. You know what I mean? Even, like I said, even if you're not plant-based, you know what I'm saying? Or even if you cook, or even if you raw, or you juice fast or you don't, you know what I mean? It's still a progress that you going through. You probably never fast in your life, but you talking about it to somebody who don't never plan on fasting. That's not, you know what I'm saying? They gonna look at you like you gonna die. You know, it's something. They gonna assume the worst if they not on that frequency. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to it, man, this is stuff we gotta look out for. Y'all, make sure y'all hit the like button if y'all like the content. But y'all be blessed on walking that smoke.